Okay, welcome back. I have a strange story here involving shot, not being shot. Working in gangs, we're in suits and ties, and we just came out in the field, and we're just driving around, and we hear a call come out from a patrol sergeant. And he says, I've been shot, shots fired, I'm down. And that's pretty rare, okay, to come out like that. So we're only like 2 blocks away. So we're in suits and ties. We come ripping around the corner. Here's a supervisor laying on the ground next to a squad car on the front tire, right front tire. There's an old man laying on the sidewalk covered in blood, and our sergeant's covered in blood. So we pull up and we got our guns out, and he's pointing to the house that's right directly in front of the police car, side of the police car. So I remember which one of us, if not both of us, had our guns at the house, and we're dragging this supervisor around the car, and he's yelling. He thinks the other guy's dead, and the other guy didn't move and moving. I'm sure, but I'm here to protect my supervisor. I don't have. And if there's gunfire, I can't get out there. I'm not SWAT. I'm not protected necessarily for this. These are the days before everybody had bulletproof vests, also. So we drag him on the other side. My partner goes in the police car, gets the microphone, says, "Give me paramedics, give me some backup, and all that good stuff." Okay, so he's laying there. He's got blood on the side of his face. His whole chest is covered in blood. I figured he's shot. So I'm saying, well, just be cool. You're fine. You're fine. I said, what happened? He said, the guy came out with a shotgun. He fired at us. So we both went down. He ran back into that rear house. Okay, fine. So you think he's in there? Yeah, I think he's in there. Okay, so about that time I hear sirens coming. Here comes the cavalry. Okay, a couple more police cars show up. Sergeant shows up. We pick him up and we run across to the paramedics are on the side. They take him immediately. We're telling the supervisor what he told us. More units are arriving because they think we have an officer that's been shot. Officers are, since we have the house now identified, officers on one side of the house, officers on the other side of the house. And so in the meantime, we're guarding him and watching the activity because we're not in uniform. And guys in suits don't usually get in the way of guys in uniforms. Because guys in uniforms are focused on criminals, and you don't want to be in plain clothes. They might have an accident. Okay, so we're in the back watching. And the paramedic says, this guy hasn't been shot. He tells the sergeant, you've not been shot. He goes, I got blood all over me. He goes, yeah, but there's not a mark on you. They took off his entire clothes, and he's clean. There's no blood. There's no entry wounds. So they probably shot the man on the sidewalk. And the man on the sidewalk was like 80 years old. He goes, okay, well, what did the guy look like? I said, well, he was 80 years old, had a shotgun, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. So our supervisor gets there, and he goes, okay. He says, you guys, toward me and my partner, you get a couple of shotguns. He said, we're going to hit the house. Okay, so he gets some more officers. Says he's directing traffic. 2 officers cover this side, 2 officers cover that side. 2 with us, 4 with us. We're going to hit the front door. One gets a battering ram. Here we go. Well, as we're doing this, we heard someone say, we hear 1 gunshot inside the house, muffled gunshot. So that usually means that somebody shot themselves. Not necessarily, but usually it does. A muffled gunshot inside, not shooting out, usually means there's someone killed themselves. So we go up to the house carefully and bang on the windows. The back door is kind of loose, so one of the guys kicks in the back door, and we go in. I was the 3rd guy in with a shotgun going through the house. We get to the front living room. It's a small house, and there's the suspect, now also 80 years old, okay, and his head's half off. He put the shotgun underneath his chin and blew half his head off. Okay, so he's done. So it's a horrible crime scene, and so we go out to and finally got the sergeant to finally calm down a little bit, and the neighbors came out, and this is what had happened. They're having a dispute because the back house is where the shooter lived. The victim in front is where the victim that was on the sidewalk with the sergeant, he lived in front, and they were having an ongoing dispute as to who has access to the driveway because they're blocking each other when they park their cars, and it's an ongoing thing. And so the guy in front called the police for another dispute, and when the sergeant pulled up and they're talking, the guy in the back comes out with a shotgun and blew the neighbor away. And the sergeant got the blast of the blood from the neighbor all over him. Okay, and of course he went down from probably just because of reflex action. He went down, then he thought he was shot because he said he put his hands up to his head. He felt blood. He thought he was shot. And so, and then he went back into the house, and then I guess he either saw us or heard us or something, and he figured, they're going to come and get me, and I'm 80 years old. I'm not going to go to jail, I guess. So he blew his head off. So that was weird. So we were detectives, so we took him back to the station. I drove his car. My partner took him in the car, and we took him back. Waited for the coroner. Most officers were secured to go do police work because this pretty much incident's over. Doesn't need policemen here anymore. It needs a coroner and a couple of guys to guard the scene so nobody gets in there and robs the house or whatever. And so went back to the station, and he took a shower, got cleaned up, had a couple of doses of coffee, And we took him home. We took him home that night. That was his night for the evening, and that was it. We get back in our car and we look at each other going, wow, that was weird. He goes, yeah, that's really strange. But at the time, you can imagine, is the way I'm telling the story, a lot of moving parts and in a hurry, a lot of things going on. We thought he was hit. So anyway, interesting story. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.